Welcome to Daytime Today. I am James Lott Jr. I watched the episode on General Hospital that aired yesterday, March 18th, 2024. When I went to the episode, I got a very interesting surprise, and I have to say I enjoyed it. But I want to talk about it a little bit about stuff surrounding it. I saw a bunch of positive comments and I saw a bunch of negative comments, of course. And so I want to address all of that. The scenes that I'm talking about are the Kevin, Marshall, Stella, Curtis scenes that aired yesterday. Now, going in, because we've affectionately called Marshall Hat Daddy, the previous writing regime did him no favors. Storylines disjointed. So they're going one direction and stopping, and then going another direction and stopping. So for a lot of us, I'm sure it was like, okay, well, I mean, what's happening? The investment wasn't super there. We now know we have a new writing staff now. New head writers are in there, and now we're transitioning over to that work. One of the things I try to remember is that some storylines will abruptly end, some directions will abruptly turn. The new writers have no obligation to continue any stories from the past, but also transitioning. You don't want to make it just too disjointed. There's certain things you got to wrap some stuff up. I have no idea if this is true or not. I don't get quoted. I know this, but I feel like they're wrapping up Marshall's storyline, which is fine for me because it's like that's if they decide to keep Marshall, let's move on to something else. But I think the storyline, they were like, we got to clean this up. What we got yesterday, to me, as a Black man of a certain age, was a powerful story about history, about Black history, which is also American history, especially in today's times where they're trying to erase it. I thought this was a cool way to showcase it. And on a soap opera, we never get stories like this that are uniquely Black on a soap opera. You just don't. So when I see comments from people, sometimes from my own people who are Black, go, I don't care. I'm not here to get history lessons. I'm here to have escape. I'm here for escapism. I'm here for escapism. I'm here for escapism. Okay, I understand on some level, yes. We want to escape our lives that we have, and you want to just watch stuff. But I want you to keep in mind that soap operas, who were started by women for women, also did social issues. Always. Every soap at least had one or two social issues they tackled. So that's a part of soap opera. They have the light and fluffy stuff, they have the love in the afternoon stuff, the romance, and they have the serious stuff. That's part of the fabric of soap opera. And when done right and done correctly and done powerfully, it could be a wonderful lesson for folks. Maybe you don't need the lesson, but someone else could use the lesson. Maybe someone else, I saw somebody write, they had no idea this even happened. So now someone knows that this is possibly that happens. I found the performances from Robert Gossett and John Lindstrom and Renee Watson. Even Donald Turner had a smaller role in this, which was good. It was for the older folks. I found astounding. They're all Emmy winners. We all except for John Lindstrom. He needs an Emmy. That's a travesty of justice already. But for Robert and Renee, who are Emmy winners, been in business for a long time, done multiple TV, it was a nice showcase, even if it's just for a day, to have them express something that I know I feel. And it was just such a wonderfully surprise performance for them, for us to see this. So we're like, well, listen, what happens now? It's just like a standalone episode, blah blah. What you do now? And I'm like, well, that's kind of the thing of transition from one head writing staff to another head writing staff. It's going to feel the way a little bit on some level, but can't we just appreciate getting something different that we don't get on a soap opera? We just don't get story. I love hearing. I love more stories with Latina culture or South Asian culture or Asian culture or Arab culture. I mean, on our soaps. I mean, we just don't. Soaps aren't all fluff. They do stories that are worth something. And to me, the writing was good. The acting was superb. John Lindstrom, his body language, how he looked at them, how his eyes softened, how he just listened. Stella's monologue, frustration, anger. Uh, it's real. It's real for a lot of otherized people. And just at the end with Had Daddy realizing he felt like there was all the stuff that was lost, but he did get redemption after all. He's with his family. He's with his family. And probably in tears. It almost does again. I thought it was such a powerful piece of television, to tell you the truth. And it fit within the context of the show's episode. Ava and Sunny growing closer to Dante. Get to see Trina yesterday. And you guys were asking for her. Her and Ava were talking, and then actually her and Josh are involved in Josh's silly shenanigans. It's to me it was welcome. Lois and I'm talking even with Stella and Tracy, and Stella kind of going off on Tracy in a way that was like, okay. At the end, them kind of coming together. Who knew? There saw that coming. I mean, I just feel like change is afoot on General Hospital, and I'm here for it. I've seen so many complaints. Nothing's perfect, but we have to give them a transitional period and see where it goes. But I really just wanted to address the Black storyline, basically. I'll say it that way. Yesterday, that I felt was well done, and I'm sure I'll get all kinds of comments. That's fine. It's a safe space. Say what you want on here. It's fine. But those are my feelings for it. And thank you, Patrick Mulcahy, and everybody over at General Hospital. Daytime Today is on all social media platforms. I'm James Lott Jr.